This is a video about Editorially, the author-facing, user-friendly tool that helps authors make content accessible for all users. We'll go over what Editorially is, what it looks like on a web page and in a page editor, and how to use it as you add and maintain content on your Drupal website. Editorially is an accessibility checker that runs automatically all the time on pages and inside editing tools. It's like a spell checker, except instead of catching spelling or grammatical errors, it's catching instances where your site's content isn't meeting accessibility requirements. You never have to remember to turn it on, and it shows accessibility alerts and tips in line with the issues it catches. Some of the common accessibility issues flagged by Editorially include missing or skipped headers, link text that does not inform a visitor about where the link goes, and missing or poorly worded alt text for images. Now that you know more about what Editorially is, let me show you what it looks like and how to use it. I am logged in as a content editor on my website, and I have opened a basic page. As I scroll or go down through this page, notice the yellow question marks and the red exclamation mark that appear over various elements. These are Editorially alerts. These only show up when you're logged in. Fixed into the lower right corner of the window is the Editorially toolbar. This red toolbar has 4 parts, and I'll go over each one briefly from right to left. On the far right side of the Editorially toolbar is a number. This is the number of accessibility issues that have been flagged on this page. On this particular page, Editorially has flagged 7 issues. Selecting this number will bring you to the first alert on this page and open a window that describes the issue and how to fix it. On the right side of the bottom of this window, you can toggle through all of the alerts on the page by selecting the left and right arrow buttons. Returning to the Editorially toolbar, the next tool is a flag icon. You can use this tool to turn alerts on or off on your page. The next tool in the toolbar is a checklist icon. Selecting the checklist icon adds an overlay to your page that shows the type of headings as well as the alt text for any images. Since these are common places where issues crop up, this can be a handy tool to view heading types and image alt text on a web page. Finally, on the left side of the Editorially toolbar is a button that will open the Site Issue Reports in a new tab. Let's select that button to view the reports. Here on our Content Accessibility Issues page, you will find 4 reports. These include Top Issues, which lists the most common issues site-wide ranked by the number of occurrences. Pages with the most issues. Recent Issues, and Recent Dismissals, which lists issues editors have dismissed rather than fixed. At the bottom of this page, 3 different CSV exports are available for sharing progress or tracking remediation over time. Now that we've taken a tour of the issue reports and Editorially toolbar, let's take another look at some alerts and learn how to dismiss them. Back at the bottom of our basic page with accessibility issues, I have a table that has both a yellow question mark alert and a red exclamation mark alert. If I hover over the yellow question mark alert, the description window appears and there are 2 buttons in the bottom of the text field of this window. These are dismissal buttons. The first button on the left is titled Mark as Ignored, which will dismiss the alert just for your view. The second button on the right is titled Mark as OK, which will dismiss the alert for all editors. Notice that when I select either one of these buttons, the yellow question mark disappears. In the toolbar, the total number of alerts has dropped from 7 to 6, and I have a new eye icon that I can now select to show or hide dismissed alerts. If I select this eye icon in the toolbar, the hidden alert will reappear on the page as a blue eye icon. When I hover over this alert, The description window appears, and now instead of the two dismissal buttons, I have a single button that allows me to restore the alert I dismissed. I will select that button now, and the blue eye icon changes back to a yellow question mark. Now let's look at the red exclamation mark alert. When I hover over this alert, a description window appears, but there are no buttons available to dismiss this issue. This type of alert can't be dismissed. To fix this issue, you must view it in the page editor. To open the page editor, select the blue Edit button in the upper right corner of the fixed administrative toolbar at the top of the window. Once inside the editor, scroll or go to the body section of the page, and you'll notice that the content is flagged here as well. The Editorially toolbar is also still in the lower right corner of the screen. Note that here, the toolbar only lists 5 issues instead of 7 as it did on the page view before. This is because there are some issues that Editorially can only flag in the page view, such as headings and content within micro-content elements like accordions. So it's a good idea to check both views of a page when creating or editing content to find all the issues. In the page editor, when you hover over the alert icons and look at the description window that appears, we now see the same 2 dismissal buttons and a new option to edit this content. Selecting this button either places your cursor in the area where you can fix the content that's being flagged, or it simply closes the description window so that you can edit the flagged element using other tools. For example, if I hover over the alert for the image, the description window tells me I need to use more descriptive and less redundant alt text for this image. When I select the Edit This Content button, the description window disappears and I can click on the image to open the Image Editing toolbar. In that toolbar, I can select the eye icon to edit the alt text, where I can enter a more descriptive alt text, or in this case, I can mark the image as decorative by selecting the toggle switch above the text field and then select the green check mark to save this change. Doing so returns to the first image editing toolbar and removes the accessibility alert for this image. If you have an alert within a piece of micro-content like an accordion or link collection, please note that you will have to open the editor for that specific piece of micro-content in order to fix the issue. One final note. For this video, I've mostly shown editorially alerts on existing content. But Editorially also works in real time as you're creating content as well, so you can catch issues as they happen. And that's Editorially in a nutshell. Editorially helps you identify and fix content on your website to make it more accessible for all users. Please contact your site administrator with any questions. Thanks for watching.